Text Prison Story family salute, man. It's your boy Tim Snow back here with another one. Sabio, I see you. Appreciate the love and support, man. We got a good one here tonight. Hope everybody's having a good Friday. Excuse me 1 second. If everybody would do me one favor, hit that thumbs up button. If you're watching on YouTube, I would appreciate it. I'm trying to get this live. Excuse me. There we go. All right. All right. Thank you, y'all, for waiting. So we're gonna talk about a little bit tonight. Zaydog, what's up, my brother? Make sure y'all subscribe to Zaydog 402. Talk about a couple things tonight, right? As we always tell you, this is not the life you want. I don't care how hard you are. Prison just sucks, plain and simple, man. Everything about it, no fun. It's not always the violence. It's the terrible food, the lack of women. In Texas, the lack of sunshine, unless you're in a field squad or cutting grass outside, you may never go outside, all kinds of things. Yeah, but I did want to say something tonight on the first topic, right? I go in a lot on the prison guards, like, because they stay catching them. They stay doing dumb stuff, right? Everybody knows they bring them in, bring stuff in, bring phones in, bring contraband. But that ain't the only way, right? And something I had actually told a story about somebody wanted me to get involved with was drones dropping inside of prisons, like real life drones, okay? They got these drones that fly for miles. You can be somewhere in the same city taking something, dropping it. And as far as I know, they can't tell who's controlling it. They got them HD cameras on it. People are watching. So it's pretty crazy. They actually just arrested 11 people for sneaking stuff in with drones in a federal prison. Okay. But I got a little story for you about that from one of my friends. He's in another state. It's not Texas, but it's another southern state. And he told me a while back that he can look out his window at night and every now and then see somebody jumping off the roof and then climbing back up a rope ladder made out of sheets, picking up the sacks that the drones drop. Like they're literally dropping everything. It gets so serious. He said they dropped a PS5 and some Patron bottles right before he told me this. So think about that. You can have the best perimeter you want, unless you got a roof on your prison, which they'll probably start putting on them. You can't stop that. You know what I mean? So I wanted to talk about that a little, and then we're going to talk about what the actual title of this video says. But look at this. And when we talk about this, you have to think about and realize how much money stuff is worth in there, okay? Like literally 1 ounce of K2, they were getting $5,000 to $10,000 off of. Might cost $65, $75 in the streets. One cell phone that you might get for $200 off Amazon was $2,500. Carton of cigarettes wholesale $400. What else? So man, I don't want to just keep naming everything, right? I don't want to demonetize the live, but that's what'll happen. But the prices are astronomical. Okay, we just had the prison guard in Texas. They got indicted with over $300,000 worth of wire transfers. So this says in Welch, West Virginia, 11 people were arrested in connection with drones illegally flying over the Federal Correctional Institution McDowell. Sheriff James Muncie said the prison notified his office in November 2023 of increased drone activity near the prison, and an investigation began. All of the arrests were the results of a surveillance operation. 11 people who were arrested are charged with several crimes, including attempts to introduce contraband into a correctional facility. So think about that. Imagine being inside of the prison and a pillowcase just drops down with $20,000 in it, $30,000, and it can happen as much as you want. People might say, Snow, you're giving up the game, but no, I'm not. They're catching these people doing it everywhere. Like, it's crazy, but it's impressive. Technology is a mofo. What else can I say? I don't know. And I hope everybody's doing all right tonight. Charles, let me see the comments. Charles, run through these, man. Simon, what's up, man? Jimmy, B. Luke. Man, that's a name I hadn't seen in a while right there. Sure is. What's up, Brother Wayne? What's up, man? Salute to the. Appreciate you being a channel member too, man. It means a lot. It really does. Look, Brazoria County Live Scanner. Hope you're doing all right, man. You know what? Before I get on the topic, I wanted to talk a little bit about that shooting and that post that you actually seen me in. I know it is horrible. It's a tragedy, right? But something that confused me is one of the family members kept saying that the mom should have stopped the son. So maybe I don't understand the situation. Was she present when this happened? Because the comment said that he told his mom he was getting ready to do something bad. And I'm going to be honest, if I call my mom and tell her I'm getting ready to do something bad, she would expect the worst from me. But I don't think everybody's mom would expect something like that, right? So maybe you can clarify that for me if she was actually with him during the murder or not. That's what I want to know. And Jimmy Baker, yeah, born and raised. Ahmad, what's up? Terrell, Texas. Ain't that where Jamie Foxx is from? One of the original people on the channel too. Much love, man. I know it's a Friday night. A lot of people probably out. I got to work in the morning. Just got baby girl asleep, so I figured I'd come on live and see what was going on and talk a little bit about this, the drone drop. And the other thing I wanted to talk about is what happened in a federal prison. All right, a man committed suicide, and he was back in the SHU, which is special housing unit. They call it restrictive housing nowadays. And back in the SHU, there was a mix of PC people, a mix of people that were getting transferred for disciplinary reasons, mental patients, prison gang members. There was a little bit of everybody over there, right? And even some suicidal. You would almost never see an officer walking around. There was a black female officer that walked her rounds on time, and there was a shorter black guy. I can't remember his name. He would walk his rounds. The rest of the time that I was back there, man, you wouldn't see an officer, period. Until it was chow time, you would never see him. So what happened in this instance was an inmate actually killed himself back there, and they didn't know for a long time, all right? Which is a big deal in the feds because they're a little bit better than the state of Texas. In the state of Texas, men kill themselves all the time or get murdered. It might not be discovered to the next day, right? But in the feds, they take this a little bit more serious. So they actually, I believe, indicted this man. I'm fixing to check it out. And I'll tell you the difference. When I went to FDC Houston at the very last few months of my bid, there was a job title that some of the inmates had. It was called Suicide Watch, right? Suicide Watch paid them, I want to say, $35 a month, something like that. It was a paid position. And their job was every 15 minutes, get up and look through these windows. And if the guards caught them not doing it, then they would be fired and they'd lose their little $35 a month. And that was a real good lick for people with no commissary, no money, anything like that. So my question, though, is if men serving time can get up and look every 15 minutes, write down, make sure, why can't a federal prison guard probably making $70,000 a year do it? You know what? That's what I would like to know. So look at this. Can y'all see that? I don't know if you can see it or not. It says federal prison employee falsified logs in case where inmates committed suicide. Right? There's a lot of people that have this fantasy and this fallacy that they protect you in there, or they have your best interest in mind, or something like that. When in reality, it's a job that most of them don't really like. They just do it because they have to. It says lax rules around the creation and preservation of round logs and restrictive housing at federal prisons could contribute to inmates' death and hamper accountability. The investigation itself came following a wider investigation in inmate deaths in federal prisons, which found that a combination of understaffing and mismanagement contributed to the death of nearly 315 inmates between 2014 and 2021. That's amazing. Listen to what I just said. Wow. A combination of understaffing and mismanagement contributed to the deaths of nearly 350 inmates. Who do you actually, what organization, what group, what place can literally be attributed 350 deaths in 7 years and nobody cared, nothing happened? That's 350 preventable human deaths. Okay. That's unbelievable because these guys are too lazy to get up and walk around. How is that? Man, you should be ashamed of yourself. You know what I mean? Christina Lynn, salute. Uh, it's just it's just unbelievable. I don't know how to put this. You know what I mean? Because they're inmates, they're prisoners. We're talking federal prison here, where they're not in there for rape, stuff like that. There's possibly child pornography or something. That's for real. But when we're talking this situation, these are men that are really ready to kill themselves. Like they have already slashed their wrists open. Some of them have drank chemicals like drain cleaner and stuff they get from maintenance. Some of them have tried to OD on purpose. Like these are men that have actually already attempted and almost succeeded type stuff. We're saying these are men that really are serious about it. Do we just say F it and let them do it? Or do we attempt to stop them? Like, y'all tell me in the comments. I mean, what do you do if you're the prison staff? You know this man is trying to hurt himself, right? Do you think that something special should be done, or should it just be allowed to happen? I don't know. You know, remember Dr. Death, Dr. Kevorkian or whatever? It's almost like that. So if you believe they should just be allowed to kill themselves, then you support that. But the actual rules say every 15 minutes they're supposed to be checked on. Let me see. I was beside an inmate that hung 14 minutes. He died. The paper said dies of medical conditions. No lie, I was amazed. No, I can believe that. You know what I mean? So when you die inside of a prison, one of the hardest things in the world is for your family to find out what happened to you. Because whether they're at fault or not, and that's the prison institution themselves, they're going to protect themselves from any accusations, any type of anything, right? And when damn, it's crazy. Anyway, so when an inmate dies and they don't discover it right away, that's not them killing this inmate. That's them maybe could have cut them down. I don't know. So that's a touchy subject. You know what I'm saying? It really is. Like basically they didn't kill him, but they didn't save him. You understand what I'm saying? And they don't even want you to know that. Like anything is a mystery. When my brother died, all we got was a call from the chaplain that he passed. You have to pay to get your family transported to you. You have to pay for an independent autopsy. You have to take care of everything. If you can't afford all that, then you're straight up, you're just going to, what do they call it, Boot Hill or whatever. You're going to get a white cross with your prison number on it. Your family can visit you in Huntsville. And that's the real true facts. So anybody that's thinking, oh, prison ain't that bad, whatever, some of them ain't. We talk about that. But there's some of them like this. You're going full of mental patients and guards that don't care about you. Everything else. Let me get on these comments. Missouri County, we can plan something. I don't want to do it right now. No disrespect, but I'm just kind of freestyling for a minute. See, I don't even think that's real. He said they're told to keep them alive or try until they're outside the gate. Then they didn't die in a facility. Now, I think they prefer you to die in a facility if you want to know the truth, because you die inside of the facility, they're the only witnesses, right? Nobody's going to take a prisoner's stand. So they control what happens when you die inside a facility, basically, is what I'm trying to say. And they like that. Speak on unconscious programming. I'm not sure what that means. Tell me what you're talking about now. I will. So I have a video right now on my channel that shows a man and his cellmate. They were fighting, right? They were discovered mid-fight, and one was obviously getting beat real bad. The other one was winning. All they did was spray him with pepper spray. They come back another time, pepper spray them again. Then when they actually let that clear out, they come back, handcuff them both, and bring them out into the hallway as procedure, right? Well, the second guy coming out of the cell, he's handcuffed behind his back, and he literally collapses. I mean, collapses. Not falls down, not off of excuse me, not passing out, nothing. He collapses. And if you've ever been handcuffed, you know raising your hands up is impossible, right? And there's been people that's actually died from laying on the ground and the police raising their hands up too high. So as he's being transported by handcuffs, they're holding his hands from behind. He's collapsing over and over again. Then you see him in the hallway collapsing again while an assistant warden and somebody else is walking by and laughing, not even caring. Well, you see the medical lady saying, inmate denies all injuries. He's cleared by medical. He's at that point on the brink of death. I mean, he's collapsed multiple times. He's delirious. He's seeing that white light at the end of the tunnel. And the medical lady says he's denying injury. He's cleared by medical, right? He had internal injuries. I also have the part of the video where it shows them tossing him on a gurney like a sack of potatoes, still handcuffed. That's the real type of treatment you get. You know what I mean? Boy, people are weird. Hey, one thing about it, if you think you're ever going to troll Tim Snow in the comments, man, get out of here. If you want to sit there and type and talk to yourself and be weird, I mean, that's what you can. You can. I don't care. More comments hit the algorithm more. So roll it on. Keep going. Appreciate you. But no, so that video, if you haven't seen it, you need to check that out. You know what I'm saying? It's amazing. It's disgusting. It's disrespectful. And I believe I have the only internal security video like that on YouTube. You know what I mean? I got some fans in here tonight. Let me read these comments, man. I love my haters, boy. Y'all are the best. I can turn my phone on and just block y'all, but that wouldn't be no fun. Maz, what's up, man? Drake, I've been doing this 4 years, man. You know I don't let this shit bother me. I'm actually too tired to even like give that too much energy. You want to know the truth? Let me see what's going on over here. He said, do you miss it? Getting porked. Let me see what else he says. Seen it in my eyes. This dude got some weird fetishes. Man, bro, you're too weird for me. Little bit too strange. Zaydog, what's going on, Zay? Hold on a second. Watch this. See if he got some time. I don't know if he got time. I don't know if that worked or not, Zay. Maybe one of these weird trolls will come on. That'd be epic, wouldn't it? It'd be an epic Facebook moment. One of the weird trolls. Zaydog, hop on live with me real quick if you want to. And I appreciate everybody tapping in, man. Y'all hit that thumbs up button. Share out the live if you want to. We're just kind of kicking it a little bit. I want to talk about them 2 stories, but I haven't been coming on enough, actually making enough content, touching bases with the subscribers and everything. Maz, okay, that's what's up. You know, so people Hold on. People are weird. Point blank. Period. That's all it is. Zaydog, what's up, baby?
Could be, bro. You been all
Man,
right?
yeah, I'm doing good, man. Hey, these, I'm tired, bro. Yeah, listen. Yesterday, my truck broke down. The one of the forks inside the transmission broke, and it dropped inside of the transmission. And man, we had to fish it out with a magnet, all kind of stuff, and end up having to leave it there. Right. This morning, I take another truck. I get down to the. Hold on. So we just gonna knocking these fools out. It's
Yeah,
ridiculous.
they
And
trolling. I be getting them too. I ain't gonna lie. I be getting them trolls for real.
I mean,
And
you're a moderator. You got you already got it under control. But I like the trolls to kind of do a little something, I guess. You know what I mean? Bobby got me right there. But so I don't like knocking people out for like simple insults, like oh you like to get porked or whatever that means. You know what I'm saying? Hey man, that's funny. That's cool. Haha. But when you come on like this outright disrespectful, now come on now, you killing the vibe, right? Everybody's trying to have a good time in the comments and all that. I already talk so slow, I'm putting people to sleep and shit. So maybe that works. I don't know. Who gives a fuck, man? Hey, Billy, I appreciate that, my brother. Look, somebody just sent a couple bucks from New Zealand, say dog. Shout out to the New Zealand, right?
that's what's up. Hey, it's crazy because somebody on my channel was from like New England and some other stuff. So I'm like, man, long as somebody listening, like the trolls, they gonna do what they do. Like they you know they don't have no life. Let's say that, and they not worrying about no message. They just want to get on. Oh, he's on. I'm gonna make him say something about me. They try to get their attention, basically.
Right. Yeah. So a lot of times that's your biggest fan. Point blank. Period. Hey, trolls and stuff like that. So I love them deep down. Listen, I didn't even see that when he sent the New Zealand bucks. He said, "How deep are the AB and AC and TDC nowadays?" And Billy, real truth is not like they used to be. You know what I mean? They're still there, but the system punishes them so strong. They're going to add sig as soon as they're located, like locked down. Like man, they are probably more deep in the free world, if you want to know the truth. There's a bunch of them out here. There's a lot of them. But then the feds, both of them gangs are real strong in the feds where they get to walk in general population. You know what I mean? So it's hard for the prison gangs in Texas. Hey, Zaydog, did you ever know any white knights?
I think one, but like what, I didn't get close to him or nothing like that. But he was like, "Oh, but when people say stuff like that, sometimes you don't believe them." You know what I'm saying? Like you got to say anything. You can be like, "Oh, I'm a white knight." You know what I'm saying? And
Right,
like
right.
because certain units, like it depends on how the Aaron Brotherhood and the Aaron Circle is, because they be square business on that stuff. You can't just be saying you something. They gonna they
No.
gonna do they gonna do that background, But
Say
it-
once that so but you know what I my old school partner, he was one of the first of the ABT, man. Back in the old days, they could write each other from prison to prison. You know it? Like, and they weren't tough on censor in the mail or nothing. Like, man, you could be on Ferguson, I can be on Beto or something. We write each other every single day. So that's how gang activity spread real tough. But then they stopped all that where you had to be brothers, like to write each other, like real actual brothers. And then you're ever gonna read your mail, and then sometimes they would even deny that. You know what I mean? One of my homeboys, so one of my partners, he's King Y. You know King Y Co-Figure TV. You know what I'm saying? I think you know who that is. Yeah,
I pulled
his
up on him one day in Galveston too. He
for
showed me.
real.
I swear, one day I pulled up on him,
And
and
why y'all ain't called me, man? Y'all should have called me. He got my number. You know that.
I think I was hitting you up that day. It was like a day you wasn't answering though, cause like I hit everybody up that like you and him, cause I know y'all from that area, and I was like, man,
I think I
that's
remember what you're talking about too. My bad. Yeah. So some man, you know what? A lot of
place.
days I be having my daughter, man, is what it is, and I just don't feel like even fucking with that phone. But I did not realize that.
Nah, for real.
So, but
But yeah,
King Y though, my bad. We keep talking over each other. I'm sorry, bro. My fault.
now you good. It's
Yeah.
on you.
No, I
And
was
I
just saying that he was on the man, what was he at? Somewhere down here in by Houston, and his brother was on Beto. he got into some shit on that unit, and they locked his brother down on Beto that didn't have nothing to do with it, just because they had been writing each other letters. They was investigating and reading back all the letters and taking it serious. You know what I'm saying? Well, he said, "What happens when an Emmy member hits the yard? They don't let them hit the yard. If one hits the yard, shit.
You
I
talking
mean, if one,
let me verify that because like you say like you talking about Mexican Mafia.
yeah.
Oh, I'd have been on the unit where Mexican Mafia was walking, but they couldn't recruit. I'd have been on, but they hardly do. But like that because they was under the radar and like Sig didn't know they was Mexican Mafia and stuff like that.
So though, now there are those though. Yeah, there's a bunch of, like, they call them sleepers. You know what I'm saying? But then guess what? They might not tell nobody they're one. They might not even tell the other inmates that they're one, because they have a job to do. Like, they're right there coming in. That's why, so they don't all put tattoos on them. You know what I mean? They have now. Yeah, they have them now. But if the first time that the system finds out who they are, they're going to the hole. You know what I mean?
Sure.
Yeah. Hey, Gary was telling me a story. I think he was at Gib Lewis, bro. He said, "Wayne, I appreciate that love, man. Thank you." Listen, he was at Gib Lewis. I want to say he said 92 or 93, right? And so when they locked up all the gang members in SEG, they ran out of SEG spots. That's why there was still some in population. When we talk about them locking up all the members from day one, they didn't have enough lockup cells for them. That's why Texas started building new prisons and all that, right? He said on Gib Lewis, when he was there, they had gangs walking in population. Now they were there. They were tattooing each other, recruiting, doing everything. And check this out. They built a super seg section and got all of them out of there and shot them right over there on the same day, though. You know what I mean? The state was just needing space for them. And there are a lot of times where shit, our prisons are overcrowded, dog. So they're running out of spots.
They supposed to be doing that. But they really scared because they know once them TS get out there, it's gonna be, I ain't gonna lie, it's gonna be a bloodbath. Like ain't no, so that's why they know. Like they probably renege on it, but they was supposed to be like letting a lot of people back there, like that's like TS and Mexican mafias and ABs and all that. They supposed to be letting them into population, but
So you know
I,
what's messed up? I've been saying this, bro. Like, instead of trapping these men in these seg cells for 10, 20, 30 years, why don't you give them their own prison, man? Just let them out, let them cook, let them go to rec, let them be amongst themselves. Why? What's wrong with that? But this is a punishment state, right? If you give, so you could just clear out Cofield or somewhere, and you could, well, that's too big. You clear out a smaller, yeah, you can clear
that's
out one of them 1,200 man prisons though, and give that to the Mexican mafia. You can do a 1,500 man prison and give that to TS, right? You could I mean, like, it don't have to be intermingled, but you have these people locked in these boxes, torturing them, man, and that's what I don't understand.
yep, they locked in it 24/7. Only time they come out, they shower, and that's it, really. Or go to the medical.
Oh, that's crazy. And I mean, hold on, where I'm at, we got Simon City Royal. Where you at? I heard of Simon City Royals up there before for sure. You know what? There was a couple cats from Chicago that used to come down and see me back in the day, man, when I was hustling. They were a gang called Almighty Ambrose. And
Oh,
very
yeah,
few people, man, very few people. They actually, I think, it was Baby Blue. And that's what made me first talk to them. I thought they was Crips or something. I seen them at Baybrook Mall, hollered at them, and they were Ambrose. And I was like, man, I never even heard of y'all. They were down there doing business.
oh, for real.
Look, somebody said I'm in prison right now, y'all. Hey, Teresa, hate to hear that. Free you, man. I don't know what you're in there for, but
For
see,
real.
you got your phone going. So, hey, do your thing. Send me a video on the inside. Let me see what it looks like. Tommy
No,
Silverstein, 35 years in the shoe. Shit, Charlie Fulbright, man, Dingo Warrior, something like 40 years in the shoe, if I ain't mistaken, man. Like, Charlie did like 40. You know what I mean? There's cats here that's still in the shoe from 1984. That's a hardcore 40 years right there. So Charlie did about 30, I think. 35 in the whole.
I ain't gonna. you could do is work out and read up in there. That's it. That's all I be doing and spreading. Eat. I
You know
just thought
what?
about limit on commissary, don't they?
Yeah, they can make commissary as long as they ain't caught no case. You know what I mean? I want to say they're limited $35 though.
Nothing. Like $35. You better buy all suits. You better buy 35 suits for
You
real.
want to hear how it was in the feds? Hey, you ain't gonna believe this, fam. Listen, so most people in the shoe, they gonna stay at bare minimum 30 days, right? And you're gonna have a 30-day restriction or some shit like that. But I stayed in there, man, 77 days or 73 days or something the last time when I was in there. And I came up off a restriction. Guess what you can buy when you're off a restriction back there? It's unbelievable, dog. Listen, one bag of coffee a week and one Snickers a week. And that's it. You know what I
That's
was doing? It was Monday. Look, Monday, I would take one bite of the Snickers. Wednesday, I'd eat the middle of it, and Friday, I'd eat the end of that thing, man. And me and my cellmate, we had a celly. We was getting doing bad, dog. It was crazy. Like literally, you're surviving off one bag of coffee and one Snickers all week, and then, when you're back in the shoe seg, any of that type shit, all your meals are cold. Everything's gonna be old. They literally let them get cold on purpose.
even when I was in G5, they come with the hot thing or whatever, but by the time it get to your cell, oh, that's a wrap.
Now, so they would, the hot thing plugs in, right? They would wheel it back there and never plug it in.
Yeah, they'll be like trying to pass it out, and they be selling trays and well, I used to be mad. I'd be like, man, y'all got it. I don't even want the tray no more. It's over with. Go on and make me a soup or something. For real.
Yeah, yeah. Look, somebody said prison stories make me very grateful to be home. You know what? So Zay told me when I first met him that he wanted to do some of this too, man, because both of us have been through stuff in life, man. We still going through stuff in life, right? Like we're not perfect, man. Like I try my best in life, bro, to stay out of trouble. But hey, one day something might happen. You know what I'm saying? Since they been fucking with me, he went back, but he's back here. He's still on a mission. You know what I mean? So in our mission, we don't say we're talking to little kids and we're trying to keep kids out of trouble. We're talking to people that just like us. You know what I'm saying? People that live in real lives that haven't seen that penitentiary. And all we try to let them know is it don't make you tough to go. It don't make you hard. You will have to do some things you didn't want to do. And you can come home though. Like it's not a death sentence. You know what I'm saying? But he's sitting in his car right there. I'm sitting in my house. And life now is what we make of it. You know what I mean? And I don't know, bro. So let me ask you something. This what I wanted to ask you one day. Do you feel like I don't know? So see, you're younger than me. Excuse me. You're younger than me. Do you feel like that this going to prison and all this shit, like, is this gonna hang over you for the rest of your life, or do you think it's gonna be like something where one day, man, this shit is past me, nobody cares about it no more? Like, I don't know. How do you feel?
Okay, to me, I feel like if I'm doing something with it, like what we doing right now, but like see for instance, the position we in right now, we doing YouTube videos and trying to enlighten people and stuff like that. Like whatever, like I'll be talking about on my experience. We experience stuff, you feel what I'm saying? So we trying to tell people about what we experience. You feel what I'm saying? So I done been through the worst of the worst. So when out here, when I'm stressing about like financial things and stuff like that, I'll be like, man, I was just in the cell washing my boxes out in a toilet. Like, is you serious? Like, I shouldn't be stressing about stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, I got more access to things out here. So I feel like that made me stronger as a man. It made me stronger. It made me and it made me appreciative of what I do have. You feel what I'm saying? Like it made me appreciate life. You know what I'm saying? So I don't feel like, yeah, people can hold it over your head, but it's still jobs out here that hire felons. So like to me, that's not no excuse. You a felon, you driving trucks, or you feel what I'm saying? Like that's not no excuse, you know what I'm saying? Like I'm not gonna let that handicap me or it don't matter what somebody else think of me, because guess what? Long as I'm doing what I'm supposed to do, and long as I'm serving God, also you gotta put God in. I tell people all the time, you gotta put God in also, because you can't do nothing without God. You feel what I'm saying?
Real
But
facts. I'm glad you said that because guess what? You're a real life gangster, man. You've been doing time your whole life, real life, and still said something real right there. You know what? Look what I got right behind me right here.
that's what I'm saying. And you got a little girl, and I got a little girl on the way. You feel what I'm saying? We doing this. I, I do say I'm doing this for the kids too. I'm not even gonna lie to you, because sometimes it might be a kid, come through the platform, they not supposed to be on here, but they heard some stuff and they be like, "Ooh, I'm not trying to go down that route." And then now and then I'm gonna teach my kid, like, yes, I made mistakes in my life, but I made the mistake, so you don't have to make these mistakes. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna tell you what you need to do. You feel what I'm saying? Like, I know you want to do stuff in life. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna be friends and stuff, and they don't mean you no good. You gotta watch your surroundings too. That's another thing, because you wind up in prison like that, because we all hang with people and we got influenced by negativity. You know what I'm saying? But
Yeah. So listen, you corrected what I said, and that's cool too. So when I say not for kids, I mean I guess I don't know. This content is for people at risk of going to prison, whatever age you are, right? If
yes, sir.
you're So I was at risk of going to TYC from 12 on to the age I went to the county. You know what I'm saying? I've been to juvenile and all that type of stuff. So I was probably my target at 13 or 14 years old. Somebody else might not be my target because they ain't jumped off the porch till 17, right? But what I've tried to on mine is to basically speak to the people that have 1 foot in already, dog. Like, you're selling dope. Hey, you're out here actively gang banging. You're really breaking into houses. You need to know what it's like because, bro, I see so many people on social media that they're locked up or their family's locked up or whatever, and they have no idea what was waiting on them, right? Like, they do not know uh what they're in store for. So that was my original goal. And I think what you're saying for the little ones, the best thing that we can do in life, bro, and build our karma and repair to the world the damage we did is by doing this, bro, and keeping it real. Like somebody in the comments said that we never glorify prison. I don't, and neither do you. Zay has never done that. Y'all just ain't seen him as much, right?
No, for real, I don't at
No,
all.
it's not anything glory. There's no glory about it, right? So this is something that we can do, bro. Like, listen, Saucy D, my brother, I love him, right? And good people. Saucy D was 1 foot in and 1 foot out. Here trying to help folks though. He was doing my videos for free, wasn't getting $1 off of this, right? And trying to do the same mission, man, and just build him a little karma. And he ended up going back 2 times already, dog. He's in they sent him to the little dieball transfer unit right there. Somebody asked about him. So he'll probably spend his little time right there and hopefully make parole next year. But what I'm saying is we don't got to be perfect, dog, to like try to help, and one day, shout out to Jay Williams. Everybody know his situation, what happened. Still rocking with him. He messed up. You know what I mean? And if we ever do that, don't hold it against us, man. And that's all I'm saying. Hold on, look at this though. I'm gonna read that again, Zay. D Builder sent a couple bucks too. Thank you. I appreciate that. I'm gonna let Zay Dog tell you this. All right. And then I'll comment too. It says my brother is in Beaumont on a 50-year bid, and he was stomped out by a cellie in his sleep for farting last week. Now he's in protective custody. What can he do to protect himself going forward?
Well, hold he said his brother got 50 years and somebody not for farting.
In his sleep.
What he said, what he could do to protect himself.
Like what's next? What he got to do? I mean, so here's the crazy part. It says in protective custody, right? So that means going to be shipped somewhere next. What you think is going to happen to the next place? Is it going to be problems? We're going to just go over there and don't talk. I'd go there and don't talk about it probably.
The first thing they're gonna ask you when you get to another unit is, how did you get over, like, where you just came from? You knew how much time? They're gonna be like, oh, you just came from another unit. How you get over here? Da 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 da. Oh. dang, oh, you in PC, if they let you in population or whatever, right? If he go over there and he act like it didn't happen, this time somebody will come. Facts. Cause they always shipping somebody. They always ship somebody gonna recognize him.
You'll see
Like
a
that's
familiar face, right?
all the time. Where somebody come to this union, they be like, nigga, they stumped you out over there and such cause you was fucking with a punk this or anything, you feel what I'm saying? Excuse my French. You feel what I'm saying? So I ain't gonna lie, once he get that jacket on him, like I ain't gonna lie, it's gonna be hard. I don't even know what to tell him. Like you
I don't
can't tell
either.
him fighting, you know what I'm saying? Then knives come out, you know what I'm saying? I don't know. I don't know what to
Uh,
say.
so here's what I'm gonna say about it. He didn't tell you nothing wrong, right? Sometimes this is why Tim Snow and Zaydog and everybody else tells you this is not the life you want because something like this can happen to you, right? You can. So that inmate didn't really do anything wrong, farting in his sleep. All right. That's something. Hey, if you got some gas like that and you're my cellmate, guess what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna wake you up and say, man, sit on that toilet and handle that dog. You're messing with my sleep, right? And that's gonna be the end of it. You're gonna say, damn, my bad, Sally. Jump on there and handle your business and lay back down if we're cool, right? But sometimes you have insane cellmates. You have people that are like nuts. You might have somebody playing with doo doo in the toilet and you want to stomp him out in his sleep. You know what I mean? You might have a booty bandit. You might,
He gotta get out the cell. He can't
I
even
mean,
be
you know
no
what I'm saying? Yeah. So you will have people that you want to physically remove out of your cell. You'll throw their mat over the run type shit. Now you got a problem with them. You know, like so that is something that's an unfortunate story that I'm hearing right there because the real thing to do in a prison setting, and I'm not saying this is the correct morally thing to do or nothing, but if you get stomped out in your sleep in a prison, you're expected to say you fell out of your bunk. Okay, that's prison rules. You didn't get stomped out; you fell out of your bunk. And if the nurse and the warden, whoever wants to talk to you, lieutenant, captain, major, says we know you're lying, be damn, warden, I fell out of my bunk 10 times in a row. Right? That's what it is. Any other fighting was always a basketball injury. Oh, I did it on the rec yard. Guys with black eyes in the feds will sneak to the rec yard and then go say, "Oh, I just got hit with an elbow," so nobody's even questioning anything. Right? It's places like Beto, you could walk around with a black eye and nobody even cares. So that was the real. Anyway, so you're expected to do that above all. So the moment you told anybody that you got beat up, now you're in all prison violations. Now you're actually a snitch, you're a rat because you're going to have to tell them who beat you up. And to get to PC in Texas is a misnomer, right? Somebody said you got to be a weenie to be in PC in Texas. Well, guess what? We had as many murders in Texas as they did in any other state this year. You know what I mean? And we had 10,000 fights. So it is what it is. But check this out. To go to PC, all that means is yeah, look, to go to PC means he's gonna be that X-wing or something like that, right? And they're gonna ship him. So he's gonna go. He's not gonna stay in PC when he goes to the next place. He's gonna go to the next spot. And unfortunately, yeah, it's gonna be a name for him when they realize where he's come. Because guess what? There's inmates that can tell where you're from. Like you can lie. You can say, "Hey, man, I'm coming from such and such." So inmate in medical might look at your records and see where you're coming. Property inmate working in property might see where that bag came from on the chain bus. All kind of people, there's people working that can look at this shit and tell if you're lying. Then guess what? There's cell phones. So if you just came from Styles unit and you land on Bill Clemens or wherever, you know what I mean? They're gonna have somebody that they can call on Styles unit. They probably all are networked. And like he said,
to not to interrupt you. You didn't get off that bus by yourself. You
that
see,
too, right?
you just came from a unit and they already know you that came from PC, and then you start getting comfortable and thought you got away with it, and you start doing your time, and then somebody starts saying, "Oh, you know this dude? He came from over there at that same unit, da da da," or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Or you see him in the hallway, they gonna be like, "Oh yeah, he was on PC over there." Like word travel like it ain't nothing. I ain't gonna lie, like for
No, it
real.
does. So So with that being said, uh, I don't know. I don't know. I mean, you can like pay for protection from somebody. You know,
Another thing, like if he didn't snitch, that's different. If he did say I fell off my bunk or something like that, that's then he good because guess what? That was a fight. They put me in PC because they were worried about how messed up I was. I didn't say nothing, but if he says something, then that's gonna be hard because one thing about that, they got paperwork. Like TDC, they do paperwork. You said this, that was your statement. You feel what I'm saying? So that paperwork is easy to get because you got people that also that talk to female guards. They be like, "Hey man, find out if he said something."
yeah,
They
hell
got
yeah.
it's people up in there with money. Like it's just like free world a little bit too. I'm not even gonna lie. Like they could pay for anything. So you got to be careful with that situation.
Somebody said they have a question. I just seen that. My fault. Hold on. If you're white skin complected but you're Mexican with a Garcia last name, who you going to get down with? I mean, the Mexicans, of course. If your name, it don't matter what complexion color you are. What you
That's
say?
just they got white complected Mexicans up in there all the time.
Shit. My cousin is 100% white. He's Tango Blast. Been for since like early 2000s. There's a bunch of them. You know what I mean? But yeah, so of course you'll be with the Hispanics. I mean, if you're so white that you could pass as white, you would still be last name Garcia. So, you know, but the thing about it is there's a lot of solo Hispanics, man. You know what I mean? They don't have a lot of pull on shit, but they don't people leave them alone and everything. Like you don't have to join a gang, you know what I mean? But it's up to you. So you probably just kick it with homies from whatever city you're from.
When I was in TDC, if you was Mexican, it don't matter if you solo or not. You still getting a heart check. Like that's how I would
Oh yeah,
like.
they gave it to them. The other solo Mexicans did. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, that's like a solo. I ain't gonna lie on Ferguson. They was the blast heart check and everything. And what they do is, if you fail that heart check, then you gonna have to pay whoever folded you up in the heart check. Like
Oh, that's
like
what
my,
they were doing.
like my boy Tiger, he folded somebody up, so that person had to pay him. Like once you fail your heart check, you gotta pay. Like it was square business on Ferguson. I ain't gonna even lie. Like it was,
Already. So when I
yeah,
was down, the solo Mexicans was checking the solo Mexicans, but it's different everywhere you go. If the glass was deep like that running, they can do that.
yeah. B don't be doing that. They'll do the solo.
But you know, things change, and you know, man, we talked about it last time. Now with Beto with the intake, and I think they took they man, so it's just so different, man. Now it's crazy, right? And people hear the reputation of it and everything. It still got some wings where it goes down, but it's nothing like it used to be. And that's kind of I guess by design. I don't know why you think they started doing intake at the ID units. That was weird because back in the day, everybody out of this area was gonna go to Holiday. Houston might go half the Holiday, half the Garza. Dallas folks will go to the same spot up there, like, and then all of a sudden they started doing intake at ID units. It kind of shocked me. I ain't gonna lie.
You know they not doing. They about to shut down like intake. Like it's like Garza West, Garza East. Now everything about to be ID unit. Like if you go to that unit, that's your unit.
Oh
Like
yeah.
they do that. And then most of them they trying to do like ID unit. And like if you ain't got that much time, you just gonna stay over there. Like Huntsville. Like you know what I'm talking about. Garza West, Garza East, and what that
So
is.
so it was man, Gurney, Holiday, Garza, East, Pam Lindstrom. What's the one in Beaumont up there, man? What is it? Larry Giss.
I was I, lie, I ain't gonna lie. That or transfer, that's the one that you will want to go to if you on transfer, because the way that I ain't gonna lie, that it was turned. I'm talking
Where?
about you fought out of place. Like it gave me Beto vibes a little bit, but far as the fighting, it was like not as much fighting. You know what I'm saying? As
Where? What are you
Beto.
talking about? I didn't hear what you said.
Larry Giss.
Oh, Larry Giss. Yeah. So Larry Giss on the state jail side, that's where everybody that gets a case in Galveston, they're gonna go to Larry Gibbs, right? I was from down here. Yeah, I caught my state jail case in Houston, so I went to Pam Lyncher. When I hit Pam Lyncher, there was only 2 people from Galveston County on the whole little unit, and one of them was an old cat in a wheelchair. I was pretty much by myself over there. It was crazy.
Hey, it's some people I know from Galveston. I've been wanting to ask you, do you know, Shoo Shoo?
I know who you're talking about. It ain't nobody like I know or something, but yeah, I know who you're talking about. Definitely heard that name before.
Yeah. No, that I was in like TYC and stuff like that, and
Mm.
T like
When
little spurt.
when I
Well,
you asked me about, so that's a big old family around here. Yeah, there was a cat named Bobby that I knew back in the day. I was locked up. I think him. Yeah, a bunch of them, man. I don't know. So I don't really like saying too many people name. People be funny, like, man, don't connect me with this bullshit ass prison shit. And I understand, you know what I mean. But yeah, so have I ever heard of Dominguez? You know, I was just getting ready to say Dominguez was another transfer. That's where they go. I think that's the state jail for San Antonio. I don't know where people from El Paso or something like that go to state jail. I'm not sure. I don't know. But what's up with you, man? What's been going on, bro? I wanna find out about Zadog, man. What's happening right now?
I'm just staying out the way, man. That's it. I ain't gonna lie, I'm staying out the way. Um, I ain't gonna even lie. I'm how can I'm be honest, I'm on the run basically, but I'm
Mm,
in it. I'm about to beat the case or whatever, but it's just like I'm not ready until my daughter born. You know what I'm saying? When my daughter get to this earth and I see my daughter born and stuff like that, then I'm handle my bit. As of now, I'm what I'm saying, just trying to make it every day. That's
man, you said something about that case, and I said don't say no details. I don't want you to do that. You know what I'm saying? But it was a state jail charge, right?
now see it's a TDC charge. Now they it's not no state evading arrest in a motor vehicle is not no state jail charge no more.
They changed it.
Yeah, it's TDC now. But
Yeah.
oh God, yeah,
Well, we gonna pray for you, man. Cause listen, I know it's gonna be so hard to like, man. Well, you got to do what you got to do, right? You know, the hardest part about something like this here, because I've been in that situation, is getting caught unexpectedly, right? Surprise, you walking out the gas station and somebody like, hey, that's that dude right there, and then come here. You know what I mean? That's the part I hate about it. Being able to pick and choose when, hey, I'm done. I'm finna go tap out. You know what I'm saying? That's better right there, man. So based on what I'm saying at all times, you just got to kind of stay ready for the worst and hope for the best type shit. You know what I mean?
for real. You know what I'm saying? If it happened, it happened. I ain't gonna do nothing crazy where I'm gonna get an extra charge or nothing like that. I'm gonna just do, what I'm saying, go down there and come. It's gonna be a turnaround because my lawyer already got the case beat. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm innocent, bro. Like they know. Like my lawyer's last thing my lawyer already said, if we don't see you driving on the academy camera, case dismissed. I was like, man, trust me, you not about to see me driving because I definitely wasn't driving. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? I'm just not gonna say who was driving. Like when they got me and everything, I ain't telling you nothing. You know what I'm saying? Don't say nothing. You know what I'm saying? I'm
Yeah,
telling
yeah.
my
Somebody said free Big O. Shout out Big O, man. Big O was a terror in these streets. You know what I'm saying? Everybody know him, man. But no, so look, you said the key thing right there. That showed me how much you done came, dog. You said, man said, I ain't gonna do nothing to catch another case. And guess what that means? Don't take off in no car. Go on, put your hands up because these people love to kill you nowadays, bro.
for real, y'all got it. You know what I'm saying? Like I wasn't running these. You know what I'm saying? Like y'all got it. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah,
man, God is good. Like he been working with me. He been working with me in the way I've been. You know what I'm saying? Like how I handle things. Like I ain't quick to anger no more. You feel me? I ain't quick to anger. I'm trying to stay at peace. You know what I'm saying? Number of positive energy. That's it. You know what I'm saying?
man. And I've been sensed that about you from the day I met you, though. You know, like it's so it's cool. But check this out. So here's the deal. This laid back, chill, cool dude right here can go inside and turn up unlimited amounts. But he ain't the only one. Like that's what you gotta do. It's time to turn up or stay the hell out the way, right? I'm still kind of messed up about this situation about this man passing gas in his sleep, though, bro. So what I wanted to say, and I didn't get to, is he just had a crazy cellmate, right? He has somebody who is obviously already got a problem going on at home, somebody that made him mad in there, whatever, and you just happen to be the unlucky cellmate to pass some gas that time. That's what's going on. Unless you were doing it every single night or something, you got a medical problem or something, that's different, and you shouldn't even be in there with him. But it's literally the luck of the draw. Do you get in there with a cellmate you like, or do you get in a cellmate you hate? Do you have a cellmate in an opposite gang, and y'all might have to go to war one day, type stuff? You know what I mean? Like it's not the life you want. That's what I'm keep coming back to, man. Like this is unbelievable. This story we heard tonight, bro, and I believe it too. Like it's something. So my set. No, I'm sorry. Listen, I want to say though, look, my homeboy Big C, I did a video with him. Big C from Bay City, Texas. Much love to my bro, man. And he lived in Baytown for a while too, right? Big C's, this is how crazy and small the world was. On our wing in the prison, Big C's something like ex-stepson was right there, right? He was from Victoria. We called him Vic. Vic was a cool little fire character, man. But they put a cellmate in there with him that had one of them bags, right? Like a colostomy bag on the side right there. Dude used to get his bag, it would air up, and then he'd have to squeeze it out. And it would smell just like he passed gas or whatever, right? And if he didn't do that, then I don't know what, it overinflates, I don't know, blows up like a balloon, shit, I don't know. But so you imagine this is your cell, you've been in there forever, and they put in this old man who constantly is just squeezing out his bag on you. Vic wasn't gonna hurt this dude. Vic wasn't finna try to kill him, stomp him, none of that, because he's a cool cat. But he couldn't live like that, right? He couldn't tolerate it. So the next thing you know, he's, without hurting the man, telling him, you gotta go. There is absolutely no damn way I'm gonna live in here for years with a man doing this. He said, I know you got medical problems and it's no problem, but you better find another cell, right? And it ended up he had to move in with another old man that was really, really sick too. And they just stayed, and nobody bothered them. They stayed in their cell, but that's why the feds was a little bit better, because you could actually pick cellmates and stuff. You know what I mean? But Zadal, shout out your channel, man.
Man, my channel Zadal 400, y'all see it down there. Man, appreciate y'all, man. Tuning in with Tim Snow. He always supporting my channel. You know what I'm saying? I'm a support him. Coming from the bottom with this. You know what I'm saying? He been doing this longer than me, but we gonna conquer everything, man. For real.
Yeah,
We gonna
hey, man, it's all love, bro. Like, man, so you've been like, bro, not even just love on videos, moderating, you know what I'm saying? Always looking out, showing love, man. And I'm really glad that you got to come on here and tell some of your stories we did. So if y'all haven't seen, me and Zay got us a part, like 2 or 3 part video. I can't remember. Was it 2 parts or 3? Do you remember?
It
It
might have
was
been.
2 or 3.
We probably did more than that though. I think
But I
we
mean,
did.
like the actual first interview where we introduced you to the people and shit. I think it was 3 parts. I can't remember. But you look back in the older videos, and this young man right here gave some killer stories.
Ferguson.
Yep.
TYC. Yeah.
Yeah. And TYC there's not enough talked about it. You know what? Charleston White is one of the only people that talk about TYC too much. And he don't talk about it a lot. He just talks about how he went and stuff like that, man. TYC is pretty rough. You know what I mean? And you know what? So when I was telling the story about the man who wanted his grandma to send him 5 stacks and all this type stuff, right? That's so this man is on his first year of a 20-year ag bid. So he got to do bare minimum 10, probably gonna do 20. I was trying to tell Granny that he's in there with men like us, bro, that literally been involved in bullshit our entire lives, right? Like from going to juvenile, going to the county when we were first old enough to go, to going to all our 20s, and I went in my 30s, you know what I mean? Like, so a man coming in that's never been to nothing before, if he never did no time in TYC, he never did no time in prison, nothing, he's so far behind mentally. You know, like, bro, he's far behind. What me and you today, I'm not trying to brag, and this ain't glorifying it, but if me or Zadog catch chain today to Huntsville and they send us somewhere, we know what to expect, right? I mean, there'll be surprises, shit'll be a little different, but we absolutely will be mentally prepared. Where a new man, what's a new man? What do you think a new man that's not young hitting a prison with a big bid? What do you think's going on in his mind when he hits that bus?
That's not young.
Yeah, you know, like 30 years old, first time going on a long bid.
The same thing I was thinking when I was young. Cause when I was young, I had signed for 7 and I did the 7 right. But when I signed it, I thought like, man, the way I was moving to it, and I was like, man, I'm gonna have to fight up here. I'm not coming home. And then somebody gonna end up stabbing me. I like your mind you be overthinking the situation. You know what I'm saying? Even if I went to TYC and all this stuff, I was still prepared. I knew how to fight and all that, but I was like, man, I'm playing in the big leagues now. These they got life sentence. Like you know what I'm saying? This is they playground you walking on. You just here just to stay a couple of nights. You know what I'm saying? So like that's the old man in his mind, he like, oh yeah, he instantly gonna think like, yeah, I'm not gonna make it. I didn't seen them come in. I was like, why they got this? Come on, man, you too old to be in here. Like how you said the dude had the the little bag or whatever, the doo-doo bag. I'm gonna say it like
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
Uh, yeah, it was a one dude. This dude he used to have to like have a diaper or something because he automatically just go on himself. I ain't gonna lie, I feel like he had like HIV or whatever, and like his skin was like peeling. His skin started stinking and everything. Like I'm talking about, he was on one row. When you smell it all over the whole block. Like all over the whole block. So I understand when you can't live in these type of environment, you be like, so for an old man, you got health issues, you steady gotta go to medical, and sometimes you might be on lockdown. You can't get out your cell if they don't pop their cell. Sometimes they don't come check on you. You know what I'm saying? So I can understand people passing away in prison and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying?
No doubt, man. So I believe the man, now that you said that, so the guy that he had to go live with the bag was a guy that wore a diaper. And that guy, so this is just real life, right? I'm not trying to humiliate anybody or anything, but that man, so we're talking about guys in prison doing long bids with horrible diseases, horrible sicknesses. You had guys getting pushed around the yard on wheelchairs. There was a guy with one leg. My homeboy Danny from Galveston had one arm. There were people in prison with one eye. You know what I'm saying? Like it's that they don't discriminate, man. You will go. There was a cat that had these giant keloid tumors on his ear, and they would flop like this, man. And he had to get his entire ears removed. Like you see real tragic misery shit going on. Everybody ain't it ain't the same for everybody. So we're blessed to even be in prison healthy, I guess, right?
Yeah. Hey, I seen this one little essay. He was on my block and he was a Latin king. He drunk so much hooch that his kidneys messed up. I think he drunk some hooch that wasn't ready or something, and
Oh,
like his
yeah.
kidneys messed up to the point where he used to like soon as he come back from the nurse. I don't know if they give him something to hurry up and go use the restroom. He be coming in like, they hurry up and pop his beer because they know he got to go straight to the toilet. Like, and
Right.
he was real skinny. And they showed me the picture of him like at visit before this. And I was like, what, he was healthy, stocky, and now he's skinny. His hair was like fake, like losing his hair and everything. I was like, man, you could see him slowly but surely like perishing in front of you, you know what I'm saying? But somebody
Right.
said he did, but like it's still up in there. I ain't gonna lie, it's not for humans, man. For
No.
real. That's animals or something. They ain't even for animals. That place is
Hey, J Dog, one of the channel members and top supporters right here just said, I don't know who your guest is. Man, who are you? Tell them who you are. They've got 120 people watching. You know, we had about 5,000 views going during this live so far.
man, my channel is Zadog 400. My real name is Isaiah. I'm from Baytime, but I was born in Fifth Ward. But I was raised in Baytown my whole life. You know what I'm saying? Got family out at Fifth Ward. You know what I'm saying? No, Texas. You know what I'm saying? It's a Texas thing. You feel me? But yeah, man, I did 7 years in prison. Backdoor did 2 years after that. Uh, been a TY in all the juvenile systems, JJC, JDC, BBRC, BBH. I done been all around boot camp, Katy boot camp.
Man, we used to have 2 boot camps around here. And Eva, thank you for everything, man. We love you so much. I wish you'd come watch Ella Karate Kick, man. You'd like it. But when we were young, we had, what the hell was it called? It was a boot camp program that the judge would send us to you, and it was at the Jerry J. Esmond thing over there in Tech City. But you know what they used to have them doing? I ain't no way I was going to that. They had them carrying these big giant tires and jogging down the street with them and carrying these big wood little pieces of telephone poles. I mean, these kids were working to death. And I'm thinking, man, why wouldn't you just rather go to jail? But say that's how scared some people are of jail, right? That somebody said free SPM. Boy, man, these people are crazy. Anyways, listen. Now, how about we don't say free a dude that's in protective custody? How about we don't say free a dude that can't walk with his head held high? How about we don't say free a child predator? We don't say free somebody whose all their music was always about drugs. We don't say free no scumbags on my channel is what we don't say. But DJ, whatever your name is, Flores, you're probably in the music business, so you'll sell your soul. You'll bring your child to them just for a SPM feature. When me myself, no, I ain't having it. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, that was the whole topic. Bro, they keep bombing me with these free SPM comments and all this, and it's crazy because hopefully that's not his real name, right? Like, don't come in public where 110 people are watching and you say free a chomo. That's like unbelievable, dog. But so let's listen to this though. How do we explain ESPN's big fan base here in Texas? What do you think's going on, dog? It's like, listen, there's other Hispanic rappers, if that's what it is. AD Baby, Peso Peso, Mexican OT, man, little Jose Reckless up there in Fort Worth, Dallas. Like, what the hell? What is it about a man that touch little kids because it's music? Like, so it's weird. What do you think?
Man, really, to be honest, whoever doing that, they trying to get under your skin anyway.
Yeah.
So
But I'm
they
saying
don't.
though, no, but what I'm saying is, listen, there's a real movement in Texas screaming free SPM. He still has millions of fans, and it ain't just Texas. Like, here's my thing, right? Oh, I can understand separating music from the man if that's what you're able to do. Everybody's not able to do that, right? So people still listen to Michael Jackson after he was messing with Macaulay Culkin. People still listen to R. Kelly even though he did that, and people still listen to SPM. I understand that, right? Listen to the music. But the moment you say free him, knowing he's guilty, you didn't separate the music. You're now supporting what he done. You're now approving of pedophilia. You're cool with touching little kids and all this crazy shit, right? So if you dropped a comment that say SPM music is cool, I ain't got no problem with that. But when you say free him, that means you are bad disrespecting children and the free society of America. You know what I mean? That's all it, and it just is what it is. And you know what? They said, so check this out. They say R. Kelly is in the prison running with the I don't want to say it's a folk, not a folk, a People Nation gang. Said his brother is one of the members. I can't remember the name. Have you heard?
He a peace stone. His people peace stone.
Stones. That's who it is. So R. Kelly ain't in no PC like SPM, right? R. Kelly is in general population singing songs for soups, riding with the Peace Stone folks. SPM is literally in PC. Now, here's the deal. Everybody don't have to be on prison politics, right? Everybody didn't do time. And there's a lot of channels from other states, Zeta. I don't know how much you watch, right? Where a lot of these guys were PC inmates. A lot of them told they drop out and they get a lot of flack. But other people watch them because they say, hey, I'm not a convict. I'm not a prisoner. I don't care about none of that. I just want to know what prison was like. And they're telling it from their side, right? But SPM Like people, so the people that can't separate the music from the man believe he's like the music, right? Not that he started out a Christian rapper playing the violin. They don't talk about none of that. So if you really think he's South Park Mexican and he's a gangster and he had 7 brick houses all made out of wood and all this other stuff he used to say, I would love for one of his fans to explain why he's in PC. Like one of these SPM supporters, why is he in protective custody when there's a million other people with foul crimes that go to population? You know what I'm saying? Like, hey, they might not have the best time, but they have enough heart to go. So I don't know, man. It's just weird. That's shit crazy. We'll move on, but real men ain't supporting that. Is all I'm saying. Did you see what I was talking about yesterday, bro? About that dude had a chomo living in his backyard and she killed his daughter. You been seeing it on the news or not?
Oh yeah. I said something about it too in my video. After you, I was watching your video when you said something about it. That
Oh, I went to sleep right after. I didn't even see you drop on. Yeah, I went to bed right after that.
no, I dropped
So,
it to. I think I dropped it this morning.
so you fixing to have a daughter, man? Could you imagine ever in your life letting a sex offender live in your backyard after that? Nah, man.
Listen,
Hell no.
I
I
believe
won't.
in sacrificing myself for my child. If I have to go do an L or lose my life in order to protect my child, I'm willing to do that. You know what I'm saying? Like, nah, no daycares, because I heard you on your video. You just like me. You said no daycares because I just seen the video. My baby mama always showing me videos and different stuff. She be like, "Look, this is what they did at the daycare." I seen this one lady slapping a child, bro. Like that make my blood boil, bro. Like I don't
Oh,
play, bro. So I like we on the same level with that right there. I ain't
hey,
gonna lie to you.
let me respond back to one of these comments, and I don't mean no disrespect to cut you off. I'm sorry, right? But this one. So I just before this live, I was actually live with my homeboy Rascal. He's got a channel called the Homie Hangout, and today was his birthday. So shout out to Rascal, the Homie Hangout. If you're not subscribed to him, go subscribe to him. He's got a good channel. So I got nothing but love for my West Coast folks. But he said in California, Chomos can have all the heart with those charges. You ain't making it with those charges. Sounds good, my brother. But you go on your Megan's Law and find out how many chomos made parole and are out in your state, right? You explain how there's probably like 26 murders in your prison last year, but there's probably 20,000 sex offenders, right? I don't want to disrespect none of them. People accuse me of going off on California, but if you believe that, you go look at how many of them are out on parole, how many of them are in right now, how many from your city are in and coming back home, and then come back and report to me that all of them are killed. And that's all we're going to talk about, right? Man, listen, Av 1500D, the homie from Beaumont right there. You said some good shit in them comments, my brother. No, so me neither. The only place that my daughter has ever spent the night is with her aunt and uncle or with my mom, period. You know what I mean? And that's it. And it's Zay, man, I was talking about it. You know, it's taxing, brother. It's real taxing. But look, check this out. It's 8 o'clock right now, Friday night. I worked all day, worked all week, got to work in the morning, got my baby sleep. Like, this is life for me right now. You know what I mean? It gets depressing sometimes. I'm like, man, it's kind of boring. But at the same time, I seen them other sides of them fences 3 times. I got almost 50 lifelong homeboys and affiliates passed away now. When I started this YouTube channel, I was at like 33, bro, 4 years ago. Now it's getting ready to touch 50. You know what I mean? And that's way too many, man. Way too many. And I don't want to be 51, right? I got a little brother that got kidnapped and killed. I got a big brother that died on the cell floor in Bill Clemens, and I got a baby that I got to take care of, right? Somebody got to be here to wipe my mama's butt when she's too old to do it. I got to do it, like she used to do mine. You know what I'm saying? Hopefully, my baby does mine someday. So, man, I don't know. It's a real life out here, man. That's all I'm saying. And I hate to hear that about what you got going on, but you know the real true facts is ain't shit to a stepper. And if you got to do it one more time, then you just got to do it one time. We're gonna hope like hell you beat that case. And I know you know what you're talking about when you say you are.
I'm not signing nothing. I'm not even gonna lie to you. I ain't signing nothing. But you said some key points, man. Like I just had a partner that just shot himself in the head. You feel what I'm saying? Like over depression over a woman. You feel what I'm saying? So like y'all tell y'all people that y'all love them. Make sure y'all tell y'all people that y'all love them, and always check on your people. Even if you bumped heads with your people, like yeah, it's gonna happen. I done bump head with my mama. Like you know what I'm saying? It's gonna happen, but make sure you check on your people for real because depression is real. For real, depression is real.
It
No, for sure.
is. So, you know what? A lot of things, man. So I'm noticing, and I talk about this all the time now. Ever since I've been in these prison groups, that's mostly women, bro. I never had no idea how bad it affects these women, whether it be our mother, our grandma, our daughter, or whatever. Like they're purely emotional people, right? And it's like they do time, bro. So I'm seeing women, whether it be mothers or wives, that are stressed out 24 hours a day from the moment they wake up till they go to sleep, worried about these men. And you can guarantee that man is probably in there playing some dominoes, watching TV, waiting on the phone or something nowadays. You know, like he will have bad moments, but unless he's got some kind of underlying problem, he don't know how to, keep carry himself every day and every moment, every second. It ain't going down. Like so, shout out to OG Hollywood. OG Hollywood said prison is like 99% boring and 1% action, but that 1% action can end your life. It can get you more time. It can do, break your face or whatever. But the other time, unless you're just a messy individual or whatever, you'll be all right. But to me, bro, I'm a person that likes to be active. I like to get money. I like to have shit, so sitting me down in one place where I can't go nowhere. I can't even leave out the day room so they calling in and out. When I'm closing my cell, I can't leave out. I can't open the window. I can't go outside. You know what I'm saying? I can't do shit. That was the worst part of to me, man. Like I was used to hopping in cars and going here, going there, doing whatever, staying with this chick, staying in that place, having an apartment, bro. And when they literally said, "No, son, this is where you sit right here for some years," man, that was hard to swallow more than anything. If you want to know the truth, like
Already.
that hurts. And then knowing it's always a possibility, I guess, is why I be like, fuck it, I'm just sitting at home. It don't matter. You know what I mean? Because one thing about sitting at home, you know how much money you save sitting at the house?
Lot gas, like for real. That's why I be doing that. Every time I stay home, but like right now, for instance, you know what I'm saying? I gotta be right here because I gotta save gas in order to like my girl get off, boom, get in the car, go straight home. You know what I'm saying? Stuff like that. Like
Yeah.
I gotta, and I don't want to be out and about because the more I'm out and about, the more chances I have to run into police and all this negative. You know what I'm saying? Negative stuff.
Absolutely. That's the way what we talked about mental illness and all this shit. That man Sally stomped him while he sleep. Man, man, somebody might rob you from behind out here. You can't be scared of the world, but you ain't gotta go putting yourself in no bad situation either. You know what I mean? Zay Dog, I love you, homie. I'm finna tap up out of here, man.
Yeah, man,
Y'all,
I appreciate.
I pinned your channel in the comments, right? If anybody wants to subscribe to him, I hope you do, man. Go support my boy. Let him get his shit up, man. He's been showing his channel love since day one, man. And we appreciate it, dog. Everybody, Grub Mud, Bobby, man, Maz, Wayne, Eva, man, just everybody. I know I'm gonna miss a bunch of names, so I'm gonna stop right there. Angel Awesome, I never seen that name before. Let me see who else I never seen before. Tony Wilrick, man, that's crazy. You named yourself after that person. National Jones, Toxic Gold. Man, I ain't seen a lot of these names. Salute to everybody, man. Y'all hit that subscribe button and y'all see us again. I got to go to work in the morning. Zay, I appreciate you, baby. Much love. All right.
Have a
Catch
blessed
up.
day.
You too, brother.